All right. So, welcome to the first ever episode of the Abandon All podcast. And Travis, take it away, because I forget what I was going to say.
So, basically, the idea with this podcast is just a way to connect with our audience and just make it a little easier to let people know kind of what we're about, what we're thinking.
Yeah, it gives a little bit of a closer view of the business and what it is and who we are.
Think about it as an insider access to this incredible company.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. So we got a couple notes jotted down here about points we're going to touch on for the podcast because, we're not too good at memorizing things and just talking off the top of our head, unfortunately, yet. So, the first thing, Travis.
We should introduce ourselves.
Yeah, that's true. The first thing is we should introduce ourselves. You want to get ahead there?
Yeah. Well, my name's Travis. Co-owner of a company.
That's all you have to say about yourself? You want to say like what you do or I don't know.
Co-owner of a company. No, I'm going in third year university.
Wow.
Practically a doctor. Just kidding, I'm not.
Not even close, but that's fine.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, and that's all about Travis. So, I'm Luke. I am the other co-owner of the company. And I do the same thing except I'm in the first year of university. I also get punched in the head for fun a lot of times. Boxing.
Good times.
That's about me. That's all you need to know about us. But we'll get into what you might want to know about the company. So as I said, we kind of got some things jotted down here, like what is Abandon All, how did it start, what have we done so far, and so on and so forth. So I'll kind of go into how it got started, right to the very beginning, which was my comfy, warm bed back at home. One late night when I couldn't fall asleep, I just had the idea to start some sort of company or something, and I wanted some way to give. And that was kind of my biggest focus at the beginning, but I didn't really know how to go about it. And so I thought it would be cool to make something that was like a self, what's the word I'm looking for? You like a self-sustainable giving system. So like we're giving something, but the person whose money is being given is also getting something. So it's like a way to give and to donate money and to help out different causes and to donate to different charities and to support different organizations, but on a bigger scale and in ways where like the person giving is also getting something as well. And I feel like that gets people into a habit of giving and and that, as you guys will kind of understand more as we talk about it, is one of the biggest, most important things to us with Abandon All is just being selfless. That's kind of our biggest idea in all of it.
Well put.
Thank you very much. That was well brought up.
Yeah.
No rehearsal either.
It's not like this is our fourth take or anything like that. So kind of, I'll just go into kind of what we're thinking about this company, kind of our vision. So basically, as Luke said, our main goal is to just give people kind of like a different way to donate. They get, it's a win-win situation. They get to donate a decent amount and get a shirt. And kind of what we want to do is just like kind of be like some sort of what am I trying to say?
I don't know. What are you trying to say, boss?
Just like giving exposure. That was
exposure. That's a good word.
Yeah, that's a good word. To these charities, just because like there's so many charities doing great things. So if we can find a way to just like partner with these companies and these charities and just kind of get their name out there, get more people donating and more people kind of like believing in their vision, that's kind of our main goal. You know, like it's cool like to make shirts, like that stuff's fun, but like, you know, the ultimate goal is just to get, you know, exposure and help people to like know about these great causes. So that's kind of our main goal. And just even with like this podcast, we want to bring in, you know, if we find like a cool charity or something like that, bring in people who have like worked for it or are like the owners or founders, whatever you would call it, and bring them in and get them to share their story just as like another way to just get them to connect with like a larger audience in the future. But
Yeah. Well put.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we kind of have a couple of main goals, I guess. Yeah, and also I'd like to note that this podcast isn't necessarily going to all just be serious, like only trying to talk about charities and giving and stuff.
Yeah, we're not serious people most of the time, so.
Yeah, we this is us trying our absolute best to keep a straight face and talk seriously for a few minutes at a time, and then
which is few and far between.
And then go back to just laughing and acting like idiots, which is like 99.9% of the rest of our lives. So
yeah, exactly. So you're in for a treat for this.
Yeah, so what have we done up to this point? Well, how long have we been at this?
Like a year and a half, almost 2 years. It was like,
I guess so, yeah.
Was it the end? No, wait.
It was in 2018. It's in 2020 now.
Oh, wow.
It's been, we're getting close to 2 years.
Yeah, well, we started it when we went into first year. That was kind of when we started getting the wheels rolling.
Yeah, we lived in a small dorm room together, very close quarters, similar to a prison almost.
Yeah, and it was a prison.
and that's kind of where this was all born out of. And so, yeah, that was a interesting time in life. Regardless, that's for another time.
Yeah.
But yeah,
we'll get into that story another time.
Yeah, so we started talking about it like a few months before we kind of made our first like clothing launch, I guess, which was November 2018.
Yeah,
if I remember correctly. And yeah, we kind of like from there just started going with the flow of things, like what basically whatever opportunities presented themselves and whatever ones we could had the time to try to go towards and had the funding to try to do as well. We did. So I guess kind of like the biggest, like, I don't know, maybe most interesting thing we've done so far is like Overflow.
Yeah, that was quite the learning experience.
That's where this banner comes from. We got a big banner made up for our stand at an event called Overflow.
Yeah, and so basically that's just like a youth conference kind of around where we live.
Yeah.
For like high school and like late public school kids to just like learn about Jesus, worship, all that good stuff. And we were able to get a booth there to sell our stuff, which was crazy opportunity. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like it was some sort of hard thing to get into. It was a first come first served basis, but
yeah,
we still went with it. And it was like, I think there's like 3,000 to 5,000 kids who go there. So we had high hopes.
we had high expectations going into this, and we based our purchase of inventory off of our high expectations.
Yeah. And as you can probably guess, we didn't sell it. But
not even close.
No. We still got like a decent amount.
Yeah, like it did all right.
Yeah, but for the amount we actually bought, it was a very small fraction.
Yeah.
But it was cool. At the time, we both were terrible salesman,
Yes.
and nobody knew what our business was because nobody had heard of it,
Yeah.
and we did a terrible job advertising what we actually did.
Yeah.
We just put our name everywhere. And and we were even lanyard sponsors. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, we had like a little.
Back there, got it hanging up. It's like stuck to a wall. That's
Yeah, I was gonna show you the lanyard, but I'm not going to. Regardless, it was pretty cool, and it seemed like a sick opportunity, and it was.
Oh yeah.
It was like that's the first time. I probably talked to more strangers in that weekend than I ever did in the rest of my life combined. So it was like definitely helpful for my people skills and probably Travis's as well because we're both pretty severely awkward. So that was I guess kind of like the biggest thing we've done so far. We've obviously through the sales we've made and stuff so far we've been able to donate. Another kind of event we helped out with was my cousin did like this crazy long run thing to raise money for mental health, and we helped we basically just provided shirts for him and did the same thing that we do pretty much with the rest of our company, which is donate 10% of our revenue to like different organizations, charities, whatever that we want to support, and so we decided to make shirts specifically for his run, and then he wore them and his buddy who was also running wore them. And and we had them on sale at the event and stuff, and so that was pretty cool as well because it was kind of like I enjoy doing like the in-person type things. It's cool to be in contact with the people you're selling to and be at events and be able to physically tell people about what we do and stuff like that.
Yeah, and just it was a local thing, so that's one thing we're trying to get more into is just doing more local type stuff and just building up a community of people who are close by so we can help out the people that we know and we live near, which is cool stuff. So since we were talking about that fundraiser run, something we did to just cut down the cost of all the printing and stuff on the shirts was we just bought more shirts.
Yeah.
As simple as that.
Yeah.
So we have a couple of varieties. So if you're listening, go to the video.
Where's the logo on the shirt?
It's on the sleeve.
Minimalistic's
Nice
the new thing.
Yeah, and it's just a nice shirt. We've only got a couple of them. Maybe
You got the Chinese food coming up a little
No. So yeah, if you're on the video, you can probably see what they look like. Just a nice simple shirt, and they'll be coming out whenever we feel like dropping them. So if you're listening to the podcast, you heard it here first.
In fact,
got a new drop.
Actually, I just thought of a brilliant idea right now, which is that maybe we'll do a giveaway with a couple of them.
Ooh. I like the sounds of a giveaway. Actually, you like the sounds of a giveaway, you guys in there.
Gosh.
Okay. Anyways.
Moving forward with whatever else we had to talk about.
Yeah, so back to Overflow. That was just a cool opportunity.
I thought we were past Overflow, right?
Well, I'm going back to Overflow because that was quite the time.
Yeah, that was a sick weekend.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was such a good time, but we sucked.
Yeah, we did.
And yeah, we even tried getting the so they have these artists. Most of the time, they're just Christian rap guys that come in. And we tried getting them to come to our booth. They said yes, but then they never actually came. So that was kind of a bummer.
It was devastating.
Only took 2 years to get over that.
We're a year and a half later, and I still do think about it sometimes, and I'm still sad. And Lecrae, since I know you're watching this, actually he wasn't even there. I don't know why I called it Lecrae.
Yeah.
Who was it?
Cannon.
Right.
I don't even remember the other guys. That was the main guy. Derek Minor. That was the other guy.
That's right. So, anyways, we forgive you guys. It's all cool.
But yeah, so just a lot of learning and right after that, we almost gave it up because we were very bummed about not selling a whole lot of stuff. But then we kind of realized that things suck sometimes, and you gotta go through the hard times to get to the good times. That's the best piece of advice I can give you, and I can give my past self.
This is also a motivational podcast, so
yeah, believe, achieve. Inside joke. But yeah, so it took us a little bit to kind of get back on it, but we're starting a podcast now, so you can obviously tell we're back in it.
Yeah, we got a podcast and a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure one of our roommates, Travis' brother Taylor, is starting to abandon all TikTok soon. So
we're probably gonna do food review.
look forward to that coming soon.
Yeah. Basically, anything that comes to our minds that involves a camera, we're doing it.
We'll be putting it on this channel. Unless you're listening to the audio, in which case we'll not be making a podcast of a food review, unfortunately.
Yeah, unless you guys want that.
Unless that's what you want.
Yeah.
Anyways, going forward with what we're actually trying to talk about in this video. What do we plan to do going forward? Well, we kind of already said. We want to make more like actual hopefully interesting content and stuff. Like podcasts and videos and...
just doing more posts than just pictures.
Yeah. More stuff than just pictures of our clothing. We want to have some fun with it.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that was a big thing. We took the fun out of it, so now we're trying to bring the fun back into it.
Yeah.
And just be creative and just be ourselves.
Yeah.
Because why not? It's a company, we can do what we want.
Do whatever I want. If I want to do a 10,000 calorie eating challenge and put it up on the YouTube channel, I'm going to do that. Okay?
Hint, hint.
I'm gonna do that. Now,
Coming
I'd like to talk about something quickly. I was gonna make a video of a 50-kilometer run that I did. And this is what happened. I did a 50-kilometer run because I challenged myself to do that before I was allowed to eat any ice cream. So I took about a month, 3 weeks, trained my running hard. And I'm talking hard, out in the beating hot sun. And it was difficult times. And I trained to do this 50-kilometer run, and I was going to make a sick video montage of it all. And I did that. And I put the video together. I haven't told Travis about any of this.
Yeah, you haven't told me any of this. This is new.
And the video sucked. And so I ran 50 kilometers, and I didn't even get any cool footage out of it.
Absolute madness.
And the ice cream that I ate at the end of it wasn't even that good.
That's a lie.
Yeah, that is a lie. The ice cream was pretty flippin' good. But, I did that. And I like doing that type of stuff. Dumb stuff. Making challenges and such.
So hopefully next time he'll get a video.
We're going to do it over again next weekend. Travis is going to record me. And I'm going to run 50 kilometers again.
Right, yeah. I'm biking 50 kilometers.
Travis runs 2 kilometers, actually, so.
Yeah, I run 2 kilometers. Absolute beast, but yeah.
So other things that we plan on doing going forward. What else do we plan on doing? Well, ideally, it would be cool to, since we do still like the clothing aspect of it all, and I think it's fun creating, at least speaking for myself,
that's like
the
best part.
Yeah, it's sick, just making clothes and stuff that look cool. And so obviously if we had the money, we would have like a full website of just like a bunch of different design ideas, and we'd see what hits and what doesn't. Unfortunately, we can't do that.
Yeah, because we spent all of our money on our last.
So currently we're a little bit stuck, but hopefully in the semi-near future we'll have newer, cooler, better quality clothes and stuff. Our company's kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
It's like a lot. It's not like a clothing company. It's not like a media, like a channel company. It's like
just a thing.
It's a movement. I want to call it a movement because I feel
actually
like
that's literally kind of what we were going for.
It is, and I thought it was just absolutely just narcissistic to call it a movement, but that's what I'm going to call it anyways.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is.
Yeah.
We want a movement.
Yeah.
Currently, we're moving about the 7 people that see our Instagram pictures and 4 people that listen to this, but
absolutely moving.
I'm glad they're being moved.
Yeah. So let's see. More on the movement. We've probably already gone over, if you've seen our Instagram, we kind of go by that. But basically, abandon all. We're just trying to be people who, you know, aren't so like caught up in the world and just like, you know, want to give things up. Not really. That's a terrible way to say it.
What's our thing that we have on Instagram, Travis? Do you know it off the top of your head?
I don't know it off.
Oh, for the love of
Give me
Pete.
2 seconds.
In a world that is so self-centered.
We help to, or we want.
In a
Yeah,
world
that's what
that
I
is
was
so
doing in our
self-
video.
Gosh.
I messed it up so many
Listen,
times.
I know what it is. In a world that is so self-centered, we hope to ignite a movement of self-sacrifice.
Yeah,
Is
there
that
you
it?
go. Yeah, I got the about page
That's
on our website.
So, yeah, I know that off by heart because I'm actually...
Yeah, I'm just terrible.
Yeah.
But basically what that means,
Yeah, that's
it's
our
kind of
mission
all
statement.
rooted in this verse, Matthew 16:24.
Mhm.
It's on our shirts. I looked down at my sleeve because I thought I was wearing one, but I'm not.
That's Adidas boss, that's fine. Though.
But so just in case you guys didn't know what the 16:24 on the side was, that's what it is. And it's basically Jesus just saying that anyone who wants to follow him must deny themselves, take up their cross, and follow him.
Mhm.
So that's kind of, I don't know, did the name come before and then we just kind of like looped that verse in because we
Yeah.
were like, oh, those like kind of connect.
Yeah, pretty much like abandon all. I don't know why that was the first thing that came to my head the night that I kind of just like thought about all of it coming together, and abandon all was just like the first thing for whatever reason that just like I thought of. I don't really know why. I just thought like the concept of leaving everything else behind and like walking a life of just complete selflessness and like living for something is what we want to be all about. And yeah, so I think that's kind of like the reason why it...
Yeah. The concept was the same as the verse because like obviously we knew and we've heard that before, but we just kind of connected the verse with it like officially.
Yeah.
But that concept was rooted in like the same thing.
Yeah.
But basically, the name just kind of hits home with like everything. You know, it's nature themed. Like,
Yeah, because our logo is like a little like mountain made out of
Yeah.
2 A's and stuff.
But you guys probably already knew that.
Yeah, you guys knew that already because you are wearing our shirts and sweaters and all
Yeah.
that cool stuff.
Yeah, it just hits home on a lot of different aspects, so that's why we like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of our movement. So if you with us, you with us.
No, if you're with the movement, you're with the movement. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What else do we gotta say?
We don't really have that much else to talk about, did we?
No, kind of hitting the lull.
Did you have anything else you wanted to say to the people before we let them go?
Yeah, we'll just say stay tuned for more podcasts, more things with us. We're trying to connect with our audience, not just be just this invisible brand kind of thing. We want like our faces and our names attached to it, and we want to be out there, and we just want to do some good stuff.
Yeah, I like
So
the way
stay
that's put.
tuned.
Stay tuned. Ideally, we'll have content coming out weekly.
But there's a big asterisk on that.
Yeah. That's in a perfect world. Unfortunately, the world is not perfect whatsoever.
Yeah.
So, weekly content will not necessarily be provided, but we'll do our best to just put out like random videos here and there, podcasts like this whenever we get the chance to make a new podcast or have accumulated enough interesting stuff to talk about.
And if we happen to get a guest, that would be ideal. But
Yeah, we'll bring
that
on
might
some
be a
guests.
future type goal.
Yeah, that's down the road. We'll have a dope guest.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that Lecrae is going to be on this show eventually, but that's just my thoughts.
See in the future.
Yeah, eventually, you know.
Yeah.
Shout out
See.
to my boy. So, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the first Travis and Luke Band and All podcast experience.
Yeah, we're still trying to come up with a catchy name for it. We're probably just gonna go with the Band and All podcast. It's probably the
It
most
seems like the most simple, straightforward type of title for it, and I think I like that a lot. So,
yeah. Bye, everyone.
see you on the flippity flop. You didn't have to do that to end the video.
I did. I really did.
What if it wasn't recording?